Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin. But the CoinsKid crew, so as anticipated, we do have this correction that's kicking in. We do have the dump moon, which has contributed to this correction kicking in as well, which I've been relaying to you. And equally, we've got something that happened yesterday. It's awful. It's terrible, sad news. The missile strikes, it's terrible. I try not to look at the news too much, I'll be honest with you, because it is terribly depressing. All the news that ever you see, it's just awful, terrible, depressing news, So this is why I don't necessarily pay too much attention to the news. A lot of people troll the channel and comments and things like that, say why you're not watching the news, why you're not relaying the news, why you're not doing this, doing that, blah, 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 and things like that, and macro schmacro and all that. All I do is relay what I see in the charts. Okay, so the whole way down in 2022 I was getting incredibly bullish because of the setup, and all the comments were macro schmacro, no money, no liquidity, war, blah blah blah, all that. And then we've absolutely bolted from that opportunity, and this is all I do, just relay what I see. So the other day, I was relaying this potential scenario, and so far it looks to be playing out. So sweet stops, bull trap, back down into a bear trap. So we've got a lovely ascending triangle here as a potential scenario. Now XRP is already forming this particular triangle. Okay, so we've got to pay attention to the XRP chart, because like I said to you, I think XRP could be on the cusp of a major move here, and it's all about that five wave structure from which we've come up. So as anticipated, with the confluence of the XRP chart, for anyone paying attention, I did anticipate the correction. There was a bearish divergence that I shown you a few days ago prior to the missile strikes that was confluence of the fact of a correction coming in after a 5-wave move up. So big thumbs up, that's kicking in right now regardless of the missile strike news. So again, this is why I don't pay attention to the news. If Weibo strikes out, whatever, then boom, we see a black swan and it's a big drop in the charts, and it's only opportunity anyway. Please get that into your head. But going forward, all I'm doing is relaying what I see, and this is all I do. Okay, macro schmacro, I'm not bothered about all that. I'm just relaying the charts and the data in the charts to you. Okay, so far so good. We've had this sweep up, and right now we're on a sweep down, bull trap into a potential bear trap, and this is typical of bottoms. Now there is one chart that I found for you, and I relayed this on Twitter last night, that has got me incredibly bullish here against all odds and expectations, and the FUD and the missile strikes and the emotion and things like that, the what ifs. There's one chart that's really, we've just got to respect, because it may be giving us a clue that we are about to see that parabolic end phase of this bull market for Bitcoin. Let me show you that chart right now. Okay, it's really, really simple. So taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, at the moment we may have a clue, regardless of what's going on in the current time frame for Bitcoin, and what is going on is really, really simple. It's basically ran into the all-time high just there, and you're going sideways in a range. You're looking, a consolidation before the next leg up. Pretty much what you'd had here. You've got this level of support just there. Okay, support, support, support. You ramped up into it in resistance, came back. You're making this high-low structure. You had a little bit of a bull trap just there. You create the 1-2-3 setup where you broke the resistance. So this is what I'm looking at. The 1-2-3 setup here to break this resistance, and this is something I did relay to in yesterday's video, that we're looking at the power of the 3 of 3 to take out the resistance points here for Bitcoin. Okay, which is pretty much what you did there at the bottom of that correction. So I wish I hadn't much luck, and obviously we could be looking for a deeper level of support. I've not got a crystal ball, but really simply what we've done, we've come up, we've had this correction, and right now we're running to the resistance, consolidating a range, looking for the next leg up, just like we did here. Ran into this previous support, resistance, oh no, going to zero, built all the momentum, found the bottom of the C wave like a boss, 1-2-3 setup, broke the resistance, 1-2-3 setup, break the resistance. So this is what I'm looking at, and there may be a clue in another chart that I'm showing you right now, and obviously for those people paying attention, that's your pivot low, that's your stop loss basically. So you're looking at a 1-2 setup into a 3 to break the resistance over the next few weeks. If we hold this ascending level of support just there, a possible ascending triangle, and we're looking at some kind of resistance, high low, break, and you got 1 into a 2 into a 1-2-3 setup. Really simple, and I've gone through this many times with yourselves. So the invalidation, really simple, break down below the ascending level of support. But aside from that, what is the chart that I'm looking at right now that's got me incredibly bullish for the Bitcoin's future regardless? And it is really simple. It's this particular chart here. It's the Chinese Yuan. I think it's pronounced Yuan, isn't it? USD CNY. Okay, so to get it into your charts, go to plus symbol, go to USD CNY, and just drop it in new prices scale like that. Okay, and then it will show like this, and you can change your color and so on and so forth. But what we're doing is something that we've done before. Before this parabolic break to the upside for Bitcoin in there, where it peaked in 2017, and this huge vertical in 2021, which is a lot of you joined the CoinsKid channel right there. We've had this huge signal in the Yuan basically. So we created this lower high structure, and at that point this is the Yuan versus the dollar. So basically the Yuan was gaining strength at this point, so it peaked out, double top drop, boom, dropped, and this is where the Yuan was raging, okay, and it's gaining strength against the dollar basically, and this is a clue. So what we've got on the macro, we've got this beautiful, this is a weekly time frame for both charts. We've got this high, this low, this lower high, and drop. We've got this high, this low, this lower high, and drop. So you can clearly see we've got this vertical, you know, the parabolic mania phase kicked in just there, the big vertical. Equally, if we take a look, we're doing exactly what we did there, the high, the lower high, and then the vertical as this high starts to drop and comes down. This is pretty much where Bitcoin starts to break out after a corrective phase, you know, and this is exactly what we're doing right now. So if you take a look, really simply, we've got exactly the same scenario occurring in the Yuan and the dollar. So the Yuan is gaining strength again. So we've got this high, this low, this lower high, and then boom, we're dropping. So we need to see the strength come back and stay with the Yuan to, you know, increase the probability. Okay, we're looking at this parabolic break at this phase right now, just like we got just there. Okay, just there, beautiful, and just there, beautiful. And the double top drop was the, you know, the signal for that particular move. So this is exactly what we're doing. If you take a look, it's really, really simple to see. We sort of rinse repeat right now in these two charts. So we've got this high, lower high, drop. This high, lower high, drop. This high, lower high, drop. And we're already creating the structure because from this point we're making this lower low, just like we did here, lower low, just like we did here as well. You got that low and it was already making a lower low. So we were on our way basically at that point, and a clue was the Yuan. Really simple. So we're doing exactly what we've done before. Now again, it doesn't guarantee we're going to do it, but it may be another clue that the fact that what we're going through right now is just simply a level of consolidation into a key resistance at the previous all-time high, consolidating a range looking to go, which is exactly what we were doing here at this period as well when this dropped, okay? And obviously I can't go back that far in the Bitcoin chart, but just there we're doing exactly what we're doing as this became, you know, a double top drop scenario. The drop led to the break of the all-time high. So I can't be bearish because at the moment we've not got any bearish market structure. It's overlapping corrective nature. Obviously I'm trying to find support and resistance along the way. We're riding the waves, but we may have a clue here in the Yuan versus the dollar that we are looking at a major vertical right on cue, exactly where I expect it to be. Let's keep an eye on the XRP chart because I think it holds the clues for the altcoin market, and equally there's altcoin chart as well, which I'm going to show you total 2. Let's dive into that. So to get this into your charts, really simple, USD CNY, take a look at it, have a look, see what you think. At the minute, you know, we're not seeing that, are we? We're not seeing this, and potentially this is what we've got. If we get it like we got there and like we got there, expect a vertical in the Bitcoin chart. Really, really simple, okay? So that may be a bit of confluence, the fact that we can't be too bearish at this point, exactly where we're about to break parabolically for Bitcoin, okay? Let's dive into the total 2 chart line to show you what I can see. So looking at the total 2 chart, I'm tracking this potential cup and handle pattern here. We've got the base and ran into this low resistance, creating this handle, and right now we're looking at 1, 2, 3 setup and a breakout. So in the short term, bearish. If we break down below this low, I'll be looking at buybacks on this neckline on a lot of these altcoins. But if we take out this resistance point, and right on cue, look at that. So we're running into this resistance just there, high, low, same resistance, high, low. So this is possibly some kind of ascending triangle at the bottom here, okay, of this correction, and a B, C wave correction, or obviously a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. If we do drop again, I'll be looking for support on this neckline. Really, really simple. And this handle is a lot bigger than I actually anticipate. One of the most bullish things we can see here, in my opinion, is taking out the red line and the orange line. We take that out, I think we've got an alt season in front of us, right on cue, with a breakdown in the Yuan and the USD chart right there. So I wish you all the luck in the world. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, but I look for clues in other charts. Let's dive into the waves indicator right now. Looking at the waves indicator then, like I've always said to you, I think the market moves in waves, and one of the key indicators within that time frame, the waves that we target, is really, really simple. 60-day cycles here for Bitcoin, okay, and within that we have moon phases. So the moon phases, a lot of people laugh, but we've traded this so many times and so far so good. This is why last week I said to you, be careful, we're getting a bit of a spike up and we are rolling into a dump moon in the week, and this is something that was on the the thumbnails and in the videos that I was relaying to you. So in the short term, I think we've got a micro correction looking for the continuation of this bull market, but obviously there's no guarantees. So at the moment, what I'm looking at is a potential scenario, the dump moon into the bottom a few days later, and then we've got the the big spike up to represent that as well. The fear in the market, basically, in the market zones, was telling us and forewarning us, okay, you're rolling into your dump moon, but you're actually getting an opportunity here. And literally a few days later, the warning zones, the buy and the buy strong zones right there were telling us, okay, we're getting a spike up here. This is an op. It was. Look at that. So it started coming back up, boom, 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 coming back up. You got the pump moon, which is contributing again the human emotion. For some reasons, the moons affect human emotion. I don't know why, but you know, coming up, coming up, coming up. Really overheated. Warning zones telling us after the pump moon, okay, you're getting a bit overextended. Take some profit, jump ship, look for shorts, whatever, and then boom, rolling over. Oh no, going to zero. Then you get spikes, and then you get your dump moon basically, and then you're contributing. You're coming down, coming down, coming down. Oh no, going to zero. Then you get a massive spike up, literally the day before the bottom. You're going to spike up in the warning zones. So the dump moon bottomed a few days later, and right now, you know, coming up again, you get your pump moon, over exuberance, the emotion of the market getting really overextended, a little bit overextended, the bull trap, boom, the spike just there, which I relayed to you on Friday, and then we get the bearish divergence on XRP, boom, coming down the stairs, rolling into the dump moon, and then right now you're getting a big spike up. So in theory, you know, you're doing something like you were there, into the dump moon, rolling over, you're getting big spike ups, into the dump moon, rolling over, getting big spike ups. So let's just be patient, because at the moment, you know, I don't necessarily think the bottom's in, but I think there's opportunity in this market to ride spot positions, and it's really simple, and I relayed this to you. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now, okay, we're coming down, it's horrible, okay, but we're really oversold down here on the 4-hourly time frame, which is a really important time frame that I pay attention to. There's not necessarily a bullish divergence here, but we are really oversold. If this candle closes below that candle, then yeah, you're creating your bullish divergence here, something like this, okay. So if we're filling this wick, and you know, keep an eye on the 4-hour, if we start to fill this wick and you create a lower low here, you'll probably see by the time you watch the video or later on today, you've got basically in the charts a higher low in the RSI and then a lower low on the index. So keep an eye on that, because there is a God candle backtest above, okay. So this is exactly where, if I do start to see that print, that bullish divergence here, I will jump into a long, but not at this point, okay. I need to see a little bit more confidence to jump into the long here. So basically what I'm looking at is basically, see this God candle breakout here and this 20-week at 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame. We've not backtested it, so we get a little bullish divergence here, start to come back up the stairs. I think that could be your B wave. This is your A wave, this is your B wave, and then you roll into the C wave, which is another drop basically, coming back to where you came from. And on the grand scheme of things, all we're doing is come up to resistance, high low, resistance, high low. You're still making these high lows here. So let's be patient, because at the minute, obviously we're breaking down, we're having a correction, which is what I anticipated, but at the minute I don't see any break of the uptrend structure, because this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, so we're looking to create that high low, which is basically over a long period of time from this bottom in August, I think it was, it's basically an ascending triangle, resistance, high level support, resistance, high level support, breakout, job done. And then you've got your 1 into your 2, and then your 1 into your 2 with your big vertical 3 setup, which I've relayed to you in many videos, okay. So just be patient, but at the minute we do have a clue, really simply in the charts, we may have a little retest of this God candle back test. Look at that. So you've got support, lost it. So if we do start to see a bullish divergence print in the chart, by the time you watch the video, yeah, I'll entertain along at that point. If you see the bullish divergence come up, not a massive trade, look to swing profit of there, 62916 for the potential next leg down of an ABC zigzag correction, which is exactly what I've been looking at. So we're showing the utmost look, but equally, if we take a look above, we equally have a double top drop scenario here, where again we've got, well, it's triple top, it's a descending triangle. You've got a high there, lower high, and then we dropped. We've got a God candle backtest just there. So right now, if you're feeling really fearful, as a lot of people are, all you got to do is buy and sell at that level of resistance, 7.15%. It's called a God candle backtest. We traded so many times. So this is where right now, opportunity in bull markets, when you're in the floor, is where you buy more. I wish everyone most look, okay, we're looking for the invalidation at the moment. The invalidation is this structure, this high-low structure that we're creating ever since this bottom here in August. Come up into resistance, high-low, high, looking for the higher low to break a potential ascending triangle, which is what we're targeting on XRP. Keep an eye out for the XRP video, because it's looking incredibly bullish if it breaks that resistance. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.